Where's James?
Hello, mate. Right, I haven't got a 2-minute tip for you today. I've got two 1-minute tips. First one I'm going to show you, or both of these are to do with Architrave. And the first one, this little block that I like to cut, and this is just for marking the spacing of my Architrave from the edge of my door lining to where it's going to finish. I cut back, and in this case it's about 7mm back from there, and make a little recess so it fits nicely over the edge of that. But what I also do is take away the top and the bottom of that as well, so that when I get to the top of the lining, it passes right past there. Mark that one there, put it on there, mark across there. We've got a nice equal gap down there. I can put a few more down the lining so that I know when we come to put our Architrave on, it's going to be equally spaced all the way around. Before we put our Architraves on, in the main house they've got what we call skirting blocks. It's not that common anymore to have them in houses. It was a bit difficult because you can't just buy these off the shelf, so I had to get some timber. It came up bigger than this, but basically I had to make a piece of block which is the same profile as the Architrave, but just about 5mm bigger all the way around, or between 3 and 5 all the way around, so that goes on the floor first here, and then our Architrave comes off and all the way around back down to that side, and our skirtings butt up to those as well. So a little bit out of the ordinary, a bit of a pain, but basically I ran it all up on a bench saw and then finished it off with a thicknesser, a bit of sandpaper, and I've got a few lengths of that, and I could just cut them off to the length that I need.
Just in my van having a quick bite to eat while the rain blows over. Actually, I'm not having a bite to eat because I didn't bring any lunch today. Didn't think I'd be out this long actually, but what I have found is I keep a couple of these in the van now at all times, and they're a meal in a bottle from Y Foods, and they actually contain enough energy in there to keep you going to 25% of your daily intake. And they're lactose free, they're gluten free, they've got fibre, they've got no added sugar, so they're good. And they've got a list of ingredients on the back here a mile long. There's all the essential vitamins and everything else. So I'm an endurance cyclist. I've done a lot of long distance cycle rides where I've had to chuck all kinds of horrible things down my neck to keep going, and the taste isn't always great, but these are nice. They're all right, you know. I'm not going to become addicted to them. I still want proper food, but these keep me going. They get me out of trouble, and as I say, having a couple in the van, they've got a 6-month shelf life, so you don't need a fridge or anything like that. You will find them quite filling actually, really surprising. So how do you find out which flavour you like? Well, they do a 5-bottle starter pack, 5 different flavours, so you can check that out. The link's below. Personally, I'm a fan of the banana. Not so keen on the chocolate, but as my wife says, I've got some very strange tastes. Cheers.
What we're going to do is we want to know the distance of the shortest points of these mitres. So this is going to be our head, and I've got to cut this at some point through here to match up with that. Now there's two ways of doing it. The easy way, or easiest way, is to offer it up there and make a little mark where you want to, then cut it. But if you don't have the luxury of having the saw in the same room, say for example it's out on someone's driveway, you're working up in the top bedroom on the far side of the house, and you've got up and down, what you can do is measure the distance between the shortest points, and then this is where the tip comes in. So let's measure it first and I'll show you the tip. So we've got 783. We cut our 45-degree cut on the far ends, so not the one we're just about to join up to. And then if you come in close, you'll be able to see what I'm going to do. So what I've done there is I've lined the inside of that up with the edge of my saw bed. So we want 783. So then rather than trying to struggle trying to get a tape to fit on the end of that, I can hook that on there, which lines up with that corner. Come over to this end and I can mark 783 there, and then we can cut from that point our opposite angle there. And there you go, lines up perfectly with that line, ready for our next piece of architrave to come down. Not only does it work for architraves, it's all internal mitres, and it particularly works well when you're doing cornicing or pelmets on kitchen units. Very good tip for that.